Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm really excited because today I'm going to be doing the highly requested part 2 of the style icon video I did about 3 weeks ago, and I'm really pumped because I've got 7 more amazing women that inspire my style, that lift me up when I'm needing that source of inspiration, and that point me in the right direction when I sometimes feel like I'm getting lost in my own world of insanity when it comes to style and online shopping. And if you haven't watched part 1, then it is linked in the description box below. You can go check that out, as well as all of the women that I'm going to be mentioning in today's video. It is so important to be inspired when it comes to style because it just helps you to see what's possible, and it gives you that lens that you need in order to not only refine and edit your wardrobe, but also to shop and to create outfits and to figure out how to style yourself. It's just so crucial, and it is, I think, the most important part of creating style that you love. And a lot of times on Instagram, these are not Instagram models, they're just women sharing their outfit photos, and so it's real life style. It's very achievable, and I love that. I've mentioned this style icon on the channel many times before. She does go by the name Margot Avril. Margot. She is French/American. She is a musician, and I would call her just an all-around creative. She's got this kind of style to me that's very eclectic. I would say chic and refined and elegant, very cool girl, but there's something about the way that she carries herself that makes her more fun, and colorful clothes look a little bit more toned down. So I do see a lot of prints and patterns and bold colors, puff sleeves and ruffles and things like that. But I do also see the classic things, you know, that you would see in a very chic wardrobe where she's got solid colors, suiting, jeans. I just really love the way that she makes her style come together, and it feels very personal. It doesn't feel formulaic in any way. I am a huge fan of her more toned down dressing, where she's like very moody colors, like lots of moody colors, but I also really love it when she's able to pull off something super fun and sequined and just disco almost. This is a very French heavy video today, but a lot of my style icons are French. I've mentioned Franny Fyne on the channel for many years now, and I just love this woman. She and I've had many exchanges on Instagram, and she's always been so incredibly sweet and thoughtful about her interactions, and just seems like a genuinely awesome lady. She's a mom. I don't know exactly what she does full-time, but she does have a vintage, kind of like a vintage pop-up store that she runs on Instagram and in person in Paris called Yamoki, and highly recommend following her as well. But as far as I can tell, she's a mom and an influencer and a wife, and her husband and her daughter live in Paris. She's got really beautiful style. I would say that of most of the style influences that I follow on Instagram, I would say that her influences feel the most achievable and yet so chic to me. I just really respect that she's not like a cookie cutter version of many style influencers that you might see out there. She's got, again, that similar to Margot, lots of color, lots of different textures, patterns, prints. She doesn't give up on that very chic and hyper refined sense of aesthetic. She can be quite brooding in her style, but she's also really playful, and I just adore that she accessorizes her looks so heavily. She's really known for like her footwear, her handbags, her scarves, her sunglasses, and the way that she can change up her look so quickly and so easily. And again, her style is very influenced by vintage aesthetics. I also really like that she's, you know, got this sense of play with her look. Dresses are not off limits, neither are leather slacks, neither are wide leg trousers or skirts or shorts. I mean, if she's drawn to it and sees the beauty in it, she's going to be styling it. And so one takeaway I would give to you is to think about how you can use accessories to really show your sense of self. So my next style icon is Monica Ainley, DLV. Again, she's married to a Frenchman. She's Canadian. I'm not going to attempt to say her last name. but she's a journalist, I would say. She's a writer, and she also has a podcast called Fanfare Podcast, which I love. It's really cute and fun to listen to, and in the past, she did a podcast with Camille Charrier, who's another amazing style genius. Monica is a mom of 2. She just had her second baby, and if you're looking for a pregnancy style inspiration, then definitely follow her. So even though Monica is Canadian, she's like very French now. I would say she is like probably French by heritage, I'm guessing, but the way that she's just adopted the aesthetic and the pace of life inspires the crap out of me. I love how she mixes, again, color into her wardrobe. She's got pink and green and orange and blue, and she's not really held back by, again, that really neutral formulaic dressing that we sometimes see with capsule wardrobes, where it's just like, here's your striped top, and here are your blue jeans, and here's your black blazer. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I think that is like the perfect place to start. But if you're looking for something that reveals a little bit more personality and a little bit more depth, check out Monica Ainley, because she's really playful and yet very chic. I keep saying that about a lot of them. This girl is not afraid to try a trend or two. She's not afraid to show a little bit of skin. She's not afraid to be dressed down or be dressed up. And I just get this sense from her that fashion is, again, I think the theme for today is personal. It's personal style. It's personal to her. One of my favorite things that she does is mixing her brooding pieces in with her more playful color palettes. I get the sense that she's probably a big fan of Wes Anderson. I love the mix of pink and brown, or the pops of red in her wardrobe. I also really love the way that she uses makeup as a part of her outfit, as in some of her more recent posts. That bright red lip is stunning. So she does tend to be a little bit more reserved than, say, Franny. I still think that her use of color is so important to showcasing her personal style and her personality, which is really cute and fun. Surprise, surprise, I'm talking about Grace Villarreal again. Mentioned her on the channel a number of times as well, and she continues to be an enduring inspiration to me. So Grace is from South America originally, but lives in Spain with her American husband. She's a mom of 2 or 3. I think she's a mom of 3. She also has a clothing line with her sister called the Villa Concept, and I absolutely adore it. I think that it's got this definite South American / Spanish influence, a thread running through her style. She's got this very fun and free sense to her. I would say she's a little bit more polished than, and when I mean polished, what I mean is she's a little bit more precious with her style than some of the other ladies we've already mentioned so far. Like, she looks very princessy, like very put together, like you probably never see a hair out of place. But she might not agree with that. I think it's always like how we view others, right? But I do really appreciate that her style has, again, that playful element. She'll mix tennis shoes in with, you know, more fancy outfits, but I would say that her color palette is more toned down and more refined and specific. She does incorporate a lot of natural materials into her wardrobe, and I think with Grace, where she tends to excel is in showcasing pops of color that are really strategic, whether that's in her jewelry. Like, I love the choker that her and her sister, like, they have these chokers that they've made that are just so stunning, or whether she's just got a pop of color in her shirt or a top or something like that. So I love that her style feels really fun, it feels really free, it doesn't feel restricted at all, and again, it doesn't feel formulaic. I would say so far, she's got the most casual style of all the women that we've mentioned. Grace is like really young and really beautiful, but so she can pull off a lot of things that maybe some of us cannot. Like, I don't know that I would be willing to show so much midriff or so much leg, but I do love that she does it in a really classy and elegant way. Okay, let's go to Lena. Alright, so to me, Lena Jose or Carol. You know, here's the problem with Instagram, right? Like, you think you know someone's name, but you may not actually know their name. So I've always known her as Lena Ose or Ose, but I'm looking at her profile right now and it says Carol. So anyways, Lena, she is an amazing content creator. I have been obsessed with her since, I want to say like 2017, 2018, maybe earlier, but she's always been a huge inspiration to me. And again, somebody who I've had personal exchanges with on Instagram, and she could not be nicer. She's a mom to a beautiful baby that she just had recently. Lena inspires me to no end. Like, I've literally saved almost every single photo of hers because she's so feminine. She is so classy, she's so classic. The way that she presents herself just really inspires me. And she has deleted a lot of her old content, which makes me a bit sad because her outfits were off the charts cool. But even when you're looking at her Instagram account, you can see that she does really tend to focus on very high-end brands, and it's not to say she doesn't incorporate some other high street pieces into her wardrobe, but I would say that Lena, to me, is like the epitome of the style that I want to have, in the sense that she can make a blazer and jeans and boots just look like $1,000,000. Like, can you tell that she completely inspired my outfit today? Her use of color, again, is really strategic and it's not overwhelming, but I do notice that some of her accessories, like her shoes and her handbag and her sunglasses, are pretty bold and not, I wouldn't say that they're classic in the sense that they're just like the most basic black handbag or something like that, but they are cool and like stand out. They make her outfit pop. If you didn't think I was gonna mention her, then you don't know me at all. I would be lying if I said that I have not fallen head over heels for the style of this next woman. She is a journalist, a mom, and just a really incredible fashion icon to me that's kind of taking a niche of the internet by storm. She was recently featured in the Parisian Vibes channel. She's been featured many times, but I would say her apartment tour was like, everybody was all about that for a minute. Benedicte, I think that's how you say her name. Benedicte Burguet. Let's just call her Benedicte Journée. She's the senior editor for Vanity Fair France. She is also an author. She's written a book that I very much want to check out, and her style, I would say, is just how I would do neutral style. That's how I would do it. No color. Very little color, very little accessorizing, very few details that are going to be jumping out at you and just like punching you in the face. There's no pop here, no kitsch at all, not a single element of that. This woman knows how to make an all black outfit somehow look really dynamic. Yeah, I really love her use of oversized denim, the way that she mixes in really high-end pieces with some elements that you might not even recognize as being high-end. She has a very harmonious color palette. I don't really see her straying too far from certain silhouettes, from certain hemlines, from certain fabrics. The accessories that she's using are really classic. I would consider her a minimalist for sure. Her style is cutting edge. To round it all out, I've got a brand new to me person that I've been interested to follow. Wait, that's not her, but that certainly is another one. My next style icon is a woman called Sarah Laura, and I think you say her last name Ramen? Anyhow, I don't know if she's Parisian or French, but she lives in Paris. So when I saw Sarah Laura on Instagram, I was instantly drawn in by her style. She is actually a cook, a chef, but that's kind of like her, I would say, default profession. She may do other things, I'm not exactly sure because she's so new to me, but this girl could also be a model because she is so beautiful. You can see right away why I love her style. Can you not? Can you not? Like, look at her. I just, so cute. I really love the way that she somehow looks so polished while being so casual. So I really love the way that she styles her hair, and I think that's a big source of inspiration for me because I don't have much going on with my hair right now, and I definitely need to do something with it. So it's on my list of things to do, is to figure out how I want to change my hair up a little bit. So anyways, I really appreciate that her hair is almost like a part of her look, kind of similar to Grace Villarreal. Just love it so much. She's pared down. There's not a ton of accessorizing going on, but she does know how to use some very playful and strategically placed fun colors and cuts. Like, her cuts are just not expected. So you might see like some cutouts in the back, or like a different, you know, hitting blazer, something like that, but it's always going to be paired with some really classic elements. And I do love that food features really prominently on her Instagram account, which I'm a big fan of because I love learning new recipes. I think her style just speaks to me on such a deep level. I do love that, again, it's a little bit more colorful. It's not as like stark as Benedicte's style, but it's still really lovely, you know? And this girl is not afraid to take some risks, like wearing an all see-through dress that's polka dotted, or wearing like big bold florals, but then she will easily just swap out to something very casual and classic, like jeans and a t-shirt or an all black look. To wrap it up, I just want to say thank you so much for watching through to the end. You're amazing. The big takeaway here is that personal style is personal. It needs to be representing who you are, whether that's through your use of color or your lack of color, whether that's through using bold accessories or using very minimal accessories, the way that you style your hair, or the way that you change up your hair. These are the things that I really like to pay attention to when I'm looking for sources of style inspiration on Instagram or Pinterest. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you found this video really helpful, and let me know in the comments section below if you want me to continue with this series, because it's always helpful to know what you guys find the most helpful. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you again next week.